The biggest impact that Core made on my life is that it completely changed my walk with my Father.
Core has made an impact on my relationship with the Lord through the place of just abiding in Jesus in every moment.
My relationship with God is definitely way better. For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm truly His daughter.
Core has impacted my relationship with God. It has reignited my devotion to God, made what Jesus did more real to me, and equipped me in the Holy Spirit.
Core had a big impact on my relationship with God. I have so many tools now that I didn't have before.
Core has made an impact on my life in hearing the Lord's voice. Now I'm confident and know that whenever I'm listening, I can hear.
Before Core, I knew of God and knew kind of what God wanted me to do, but through Core, I developed a relationship with God that is something special.
It just brought me to a place of getting to know God better and being able to hear His voice.
My favorite part of Core has definitely been the amount of time spent with people.
I have a really deep relationship with God. I've learned so much about our Father that it's incredible.
One of my favorite parts of Core was getting to know other people who are hungry to just learn and grow.
My most favorite part of Core probably was the fasting we had to do.
My favorite part of Core was having the prayer rooms available to us.
Spending time with my wife in the prayer rooms together.
My favorite part of Core was the time that I spent in the prayer room.
My favorite part of Core was having to spend 5 hours in the prayer and worship rooms.
Favorite part about Core was the prayer rooms. I loved being in there, loved to worship.
So my favorite part of Core was from the first Saturday intensive. The spirit of freedom that arose from that and the worship afterwards was tangible.
My favorite part of Core was just learning how to eliminate distractions in your life.
My favorite part of Core is that we were in a group of people who are 100% committed and surrendered.
My favorite memory was when Pastor Vern came, taught about being baptized in the Holy Spirit.
My favorite part about Core was the structure of it and how I transferred from a relationship with God to actively working on my relationship with God.
My favorite part of Core was meeting with Core groups and Core mentors.
My favorite part about Core was the obvious difference that I could see when I was putting forth effort to seek God.
My favorite memory from Core was when we had communion in the Adams living room in our Core groups.
One of my favorite parts of Core was the fire in the fellowship. The people walking side by side, going through the same things, the same goal, and the same God.
My favorite Core memory was after one of the teachings on the Holy Spirit. We had a ministry time, and I asked Sean Adams to pray for me, and Vern Martin came over and prayed for me, and I just felt really cared for and loved on.
When Mark taught on Zoom the gift of prophecy and had us do some exercises, and that just became revelation to me.
One of my favorite teachings from Core was on inner vows and strongholds. We made a symbolic bonfire and we burned our strongholds.
The most impactful teaching for me was on fasting, because I'd never done it before and I didn't understand what kind of power there was in it.
My favorite lesson was from the Saturday intensive. It was about inner vows, bitter roots, and strongholds that you carry even from being a child, and how Christ can break them and set you free and walk in that freedom.
I think the biggest lesson I learned during Core was how to be intentional in my relationship with the Lord.
My life is different because Core taught me what it looks like to walk in communion with the Holy Spirit.
One of the ways that my life has changed because of Core is in my passion for Christ and my desire to live in His power to impact people around me.
My life is different because of Core, because I got to meet a bunch of people that I would not have had the chance to meet otherwise through Lifeway, and also because my time with God is much more of a priority.
My life is different because of Core, primarily really keeping my priorities straight.
Through Core, I have fallen in love with reading the Bible, which has impacted my relationship with the Lord significantly. This is a big deal for me because I strongly dislike reading.
Core has just radically changed my relationship with God, and just learning to pursue His presence throughout the day has just been such an incredible journey.